RZA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And the slot man goes in motion left. The slot man in motion right. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. This defense for the Broncos, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Fields now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kylan Granson, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 19-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That would complete to Dax Milne. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They'll try it again with Bowden. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. A give to Williams, running right. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go play action with Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
On 3rd down, Wilson. The throw on target there to Milne. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 19. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Fields. And the Broncos get there and take him down. A man who has done this a lot, Justin Houston, in there to record the sack. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces, because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team, and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now Wilson on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson, and his throw here's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity. And the ball is free. Taylor lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. $10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. The Colts had a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On second down, it's Taylor. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. Forced out to his left. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Fields going to keep it once more. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Justin Fields keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Colts have cut it back within a score. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Fields. To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Third and goal, option right. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Let's think here. You're still just in the 2nd quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show them you have a little confidence in them, and letting the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
So here's Greg Zerline now as he'll try for the field goal. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will knot us up at 10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game, and then they get hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll run it here with Bowden, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Wilson.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Eyes the crossing route, and he finds Pittman. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half.
Here's Fields on the sneak.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Taylor.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
On play action, Fields.
Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Here's Fields.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Fields on 1st down. This to Hines on the drop-off. Yeah, he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
On the option to give to Taylor here. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got them into the end zone.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Hines, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, and the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
From the 27, Wilson, they'll roll, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Looking to throw. Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Fields. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Fields now to throw. And that is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Here's Wilson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 1st time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, Wilson. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Again, Wilson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Throwing is Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there, and that will close the gap down to 14.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. Off play action. Fields. Completion here to Claypool. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with him for that route.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Fields. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Draymond Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
The first and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
On second and goal, Fields. And he's going to go down again. Draymond Jones in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now Fields on third and goal. He'll get this one to Pittman.
A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a fourth and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Tackle made by Grover Stewart.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Bowden.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
This offense so far on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Takes it to about the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is Hines, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On the handoff, this is Taylor. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Good gain there on 1st down. And keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception.